everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Tyrod Taylor's Bills going up against Smith's Chiefs. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And you know, Charles, as Larry pointed out in the open, got a couple of great quarterbacks set to square off here this afternoon. That ball's probably going to be flying all over the place, isn't it?
Oh, without a doubt. And the game has never been more quarterback-centric than it is now. And both of these teams have top-flight signal callers.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. On the return, it's Brandon Tate. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Tyrod Taylor brings the Bills on the field, a unit that really is a pass completion away from being 4-0, but they stand at 3-1, and are they for real?
I think that they are, and for the last few seasons, when Rex Ryan was the head coach, we kept waiting for that Buffalo defense to assert itself. Well, Sean McDermott takes over, and what is he in his past? A defensive coordinator. A little bit different way of doing things, and they're playing fast and aggressive for him. And as you mentioned, one deep pass completion away from being 4-0. Zay Jones almost pulled that one in. Otherwise, we'd be talking about the Bills being a monster surprise, not just a mild one.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Now let's take a look here at the Bills offense.
Well, the one thing we do know about Buffalo, they love to run the football. Number 1 in the NFL in 2016 in rushing yardage. Expect that to continue, but look for an upgrade in the passing game. If they add that, they could be really dangerous.
Second and 10, it's Taylor again. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. To throw is Taylor. And some space here. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
And he's going to be marked down deep into Kansas City territory. And give him a gain of 37. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Taylor. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end. And now it's 2nd down. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Ranking 24th overall in total defense is not something that excites Kansas City, but they offset that in a big way in 2016. They forced 33 turnovers, which led the league by 3, and ended up plus 16 in turnover margin, which tied for 1st in the NFL, which helped lead them to a playoff run.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he's got it. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 2-yard line. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Kansas City Chiefs sitting at 4-0, and we're going to see them on offense here in a second with Alex Smith, that man at quarterback, who's leading the NFL in passer rating through 4 weeks.
Part of the reason the Chiefs are 4-0, right? I think it's a huge reason that Kansas City is 4-0, and this is a guy that I've described in recent weeks as being extremely confident. He's very aware of who he is and understands how to play the game now, doesn't he? And doesn't matter what week, how offense is running, it seems like Alex Smith finds a way to make a difference in the game.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his first pass is incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, want to make a quick pivot and get your thoughts on the running back injuries from last week in the NFL. Gosh, we had Dalvin Cook, Chris Carson, Ty Montgomery as well go down.
You hate to see injuries with anyone, but if we're going to keep it to the running backs, how about Dalvin Cook and Chris Carson, both rookies who had taken over as the lead running backs for their respective teams, Minnesota and Seattle. You hate to see them gone. Ty Montgomery transitioned to become a running back last year. He's the lead guy for Green Bay. Rib injury, they say, is not as serious as suspected, but still, a rib injuries for a running back, that's tough to deal with.
Yeah, and really tough for Dalvin Cook with a torn ACL, done for the season. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down. They go play action to Hunt. Now Smith. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Shaq Lawson able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Throwing on third down, Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
On second down, here's Taylor. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy, and it's third and short.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
Taylor now to throw on third down. Taylor hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Hey, partner, while we have a second, wanted to mention Deshaun Watson giving up his first game check to those 3 Texans workers in the cafeteria who had lost so much in Hurricane Harvey. How cool was that?
It's cool, and truthfully, it's not surprising when it comes from Deshaun Watson. Do you remember during the draft, after he got drafted, he read that letter to his mother?
Yep.
This is a kid who's empathetic, cares about people, cares about the world, and for him to make that gesture, the only thing that he's worried about is that it actually got out. You know, I don't think that he wanted it to be a public thing, but it just tells you just about who Deshaun Watson is. And how about his follow-up in the game?
Yeah, he was unbelievable.
I mean, boy, he paid that off in a big way. And those workers, they'll never forget that. And everyone knows Deshaun Watson, he's the real deal in every aspect.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. A shotgun snap for Smith. Complete. This is Albert Wilson. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Smith throwing again. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. So the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing third and long. Out of the gun, Smith. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 4th down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep for the Bills, Brandon Tate. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. Both the Chiefs and the Bills are not doing much on the ground, and it's easy to see why that would play into this low-scoring game. We'll have to see if either team gets it going on the ground in the second half. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. Bills with their opening drive. McCoy's by himself here, and he'll be tackled at the 46-yard line. Bills as though would settle for just a field goal. Chiefs with the ball early in the second. Smith able to locate his receiver, Chris Conley. And he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to their own 43-yard line. A fumble would end up leading to a turnover.
Okay, Larry, thank you. Just a lone field goal in that first half. Will the offenses show up? That's now the question. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to go deep for Conley. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Chris Conley, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Butker now to kick this one away. To return, it's Kalen Clay. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. You know, Charles, to transition totally for a second here, I'm looking down at the standings of the National Football League right now. There's a few young coaches that are having quite a bit of success early, isn't there?
They certainly are, and some of them have taken over established programs like Vance Joseph, right? The Broncos just 2 years removed from a Super Bowl. 9-7 last year when Gary Kubiak stepped down. How about the job he's done out of the gate? Has them 3-1. But for guys who are also first-time head coach, Sean McDermott in Buffalo, they're leading the AFC East. How about the job he's done in the early going? And Sean McVay has Jared Goff looking like the #1 pick in the draft overall. They played awfully well and just won at Dallas this past week.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down. First down carry here from McCoy. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That catch good for 5. It's third down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. They'll look to throw. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
And they'll run it with McCoy. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. They run again with Hunt. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. Down to a knee. Here goes Smith, and that should all but do it. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA.